Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another Music Monday. I'm your host, Plymouth Jones. And today's guest, Dexter Jordan.
What's going on, everybody? Plymouth Jones here from ScrewUp TV, and it's time for another Music Monday. That's right. That's right. Today we have the one and only
Dexter Jordan. Oh my gosh, I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right, hanging in there, man. It's been a long day, but a good day. You know, absolutely. Yes, sir. Wow, man. So I've been trying to get it with you for a minute.
No.
Yeah, you're a busy guy. You're a busy guy out there getting it.
Oh gosh, getting it, then wishing I can stop, but don't stop.
That's okay.
Don't stop,
That's
right?
good, man. If you're bored, you be wishing to be busy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Well, welcome, man. How you doing? How's life treating you?
Life is good, you know. I'm just so grateful. A lot of things have been happening, especially, well, it's a new year now, but 2019 was amazing. I put out my album.
Very cool.
Ever since then, it's just been a lot of love.
We'll talk, man. It seemed like 2019 was really busy for you, and spoiler alert, did you already drop music this year?
I already dropped. I dropped music. I dropped music January 15th. A new single called Miracle.
That was like 2020. That was 5 days.
Yeah, it was about 5 days ago.
Right. Cool.
Literally.
Well, awesome. Well, Dexter, look, man. So you start off. You told me that you're from Greensboro.
Yeah.
Right on. So tell me about your kind of musical beginnings. What did you grow up in music? Was it your family? How that kind of stuff?
So this is gonna be a little roller coaster.
Okay.
But,
all right.
So I'm originally from Alabama. That's where it started. My mom and my dad are from Alabama.
Right on.
And when I was about 5, my mom and dad divorced. So my dad, I moved with my mom, things like that, like our siblings. And then around 2002 is when my mom, her job transferred to Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay.
So my mom's the reason why I was in Greensboro. And elementary school, middle school, and high school, I went to Greensboro.
Okay.
And then I moved to Charlotte around 2012. But with music, it's always been there. So my mom and my dad. My mom would sing on the church. My mom would sing on the choir, and my dad is a minister of music. So I was always in music. Even when I moved with my mom in Greensboro, I was on the praise team at church. I was always singing all the time. So
were your siblings involved too?
My sister, yes, she sings. Our brother, he's more into art. So I don't know if my brother can sing it out. Honestly, he's never sung around me. So I don't know.
Might surprise you.
Yeah, he might surprise me.
Hum and draw.
Right, humming something.
There you go.
But yeah, it's just always been a thing for my family just to sing. That's how we would show love. That's how we would just get together on the holidays.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
that's awesome,
singing and music.
Well, so who would you say was your and it could have been your parents, but who would you say was your musical inspiration kind of growing up?
I would say growing up, it was 2 people. Karen Clark Sheard, if anyone knows about gospel, from the Clark sisters. The Clark sisters in general. That's how I learned how to sing and hear harmonies and stuff like that. I'll definitely say my father and my mom too. Not only that I have their DNA, but just because they showed me what music was in the beginning.
Right.
And another person that I'm inspired by when I was growing up was Erykah Badu. I love her.
Erykah's good. Yeah, Erykah's solid.
Love her so much.
Solid, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Erykah Badu.
So you're in Greensboro, man. You went to our high school.
Yeah, I went to WeWork Academy. That's where I learned choral music. I learned how to breathe, how to sing correctly, I would say.
Right.
And what to eat and all that training, I would say.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yes.
So was it, so I know arts high schools out here make you declare majors. Were they doing that in Greensboro? Did you have a major or a focus of study? Or
it was more of a focus of study because how I went to school, it was all my classes were kind of like college because it was an hour-long classes that we had there. And then my focus was just chorus. So yeah, it was like a focus of that. Ooh. Every part, we had like music production there. We had people that would draw. Like it was a lot of other places that people could go during at school. So that's cool. It was really cool. That's how I learned how to record too. Okay. At my school.
Did they have like a studio in there?
They had like a studio in the music production part. So like I learned how to really like learn, I guess, my career now. So I'm very thankful of WeWork Academy.
So were you recording stuff there, or as far as your own material, or were you doing covers?
It was like, I guess in a way, but I wasn't, even then I didn't think I was going to be like an artist. I just was doing it because I knew like, it was like my first introduction. So there I would like help my friends out on their projects. So basically everyone had a certain project to finish. So in the music production side, they had like certain projects where they needed some singers or something like that. So yeah, that's kind of where I learned everything really.
So man, what's after high school? You graduate high school, do you do more school, or do you go straight to professional realm?
So I did school, I definitely did school, and a lot of it didn't, not that school did not work out, I wouldn't say that, I just think that I feel like I was in a way pressured, not from my mom or my dad, just I think from society in general.
Society kind of pressure.
Because it's like very hard to be like, all right, I'm about to just do music. Out of high school. A lot of people have done it, and been successful, but for me, it's
a scary step.
It was a scary step. But I have some schooling, I would say, when it comes to college. But then it was in 2015 when I dropped out for the first time. Okay? That's where I kind of was like, okay, now I am figuring out what I want to do. And that's how I learned how to, like, that's when I dropped my stuff on SoundCloud. And that's where I kind of got a lot of buzz at that time.
That's cool, man. And honestly, like the fact that you went and then just made that decision to drop it, I'm sure just that, like, set in your life, okay, now this is it. You gotta do this.
It was like, then it was just like, okay. Because, I know my family loves me, but, like, it's a lot of pressure. Like, my sister, she got her master's. Like, my mom got her master's. My dad has his doctorate. So it was like a lot of things. But, I think success is what you make it. And I had to really learn that. Regardless of anything, success is what you make it.
Cool, man. So when you dropped your SoundCloud and everything, did you already have a few original songs? Were you working on any projects or?
Yes, I was working on my first project. It was called Nduto, which is Swahili for dream. Okay. Or always dream, excuse me. And at that time, I was just kind of like, man, like I was just sad that I was like, I was looking at everybody else, but I wasn't understanding that I have a talent, I can do music and be successful at it. So that was the whole thing of this always dreaming, always putting your foot out there, in a sense.
Did your family have Swahili in them? No.
It was like my coming to being black, honestly.
There you go.
Because it was like, it was like, wow, like at that, I was learning things that I like never knew about. I feel like that's, I guess, kind of a sad thing when it comes to Black people, I would say. For us, like, we kind of have to...
That limited culture.
It's like, once I got out of high school, I was like, oh... Not that I already knew I was Black, but I was like, wow, I'm really Black. And I need to figure this... Like, I was kind of having a coming, I guess, a homecoming to my own self. So I was really into Africa. I was really into, like, knowing Swahili and stuff like that. So that was the reason.
That's cool.
So...
That's awesome. So when so you dropped your last you dropped an album last year.
Last year, my debut album.
Yes, sir. How was that? Well, how did that become into being? Was it something that you set out to do, or is it like a point where you realized, man, I got enough material to make a song?
Honestly, it was something that just happened. Like, I did not think I would be doing an album. I wanted to do an album, but I just didn't know how much it took to make an album. So, my album is dedicated, my album is called Blue, and it's dedicated to my mother and my friend KJ. My mother passed in 2016, and my friend passed in 2018. So, at the time of 2018, 17, I was trying to like get things together for a project, but I didn't think it was gonna be an album at all. I was just like, I just know I need to create again because I was dealing with a lot in 2016. I didn't want to honestly do music anymore because I was just like, this is just a lot. But once my friend passed, I was like, okay, I'm doing an album. Like I have a lot to share. So that's what I did. I created an album. Jason Jett, I don't know if you guys know Jason. He like that's my brother. So like he was I recorded with him the whole project. He actually produced my song called Skyscraper in New York City.
I want to talk about that. I saw the video. That's awesome. So you took a detour to New York to was it specifically for the video or were you?
It was for two things. My friend, a close friend of mine, his name was Samo. He had his show there, and he wanted me to open up for him. There was some other artists too that was opening up for him. So I was like, wow. But also, I used that. I wanted to make a music video for my song because my album was already out. And one of my friends, Yeba, she she wanted to be in the music video. I asked her if she could, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm down." So it was just like, okay, when I go to New York, it's work mode.
Yes, sir.
And I went with one of my best friends. Her name is Malika. So it was a great time. So I made memories and I worked.
Yeah, man. You got a dope video, man.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome, man. Okay. No, so all right. So you get to New York, you make your album, you do your music video, you come back. What's 2020 looking like for you?
2020, I am creating another project.
Okay.
So
another album.
I would say an EP. For now.
Right.
I think I don't have such of a heavy heart as I had when I was creating my album Blue. So I just want to experiment, play with some things, and play with some things and figure some things out on this time. So that's why I love hip hop. So I think that I want to create a whole EP with just hip hop beats and sing over them.
Okay.
I'm really into that.
do you have an idea on what you want to call it?
Yeah, do I? Not at the moment, but it's coming to me. Every time I go to the studio to see Jason, I'm just like, what is it going to be? So like, it's just, right now I'm just creating, but I think I'll have a name soon.
That's all right. And I just remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
You were talking about you had went to New York to open for somebody.
Yeah, Samo, yeah.
Right. So speaking of opening for people, you've opened for somebody pretty important, pretty renowned.
One that I did, Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton, yes sir. How did that happen?
God. Because to put out my debut album in, let me see, I put it out in March. In May, I got the call to do it, and I was like, I just couldn't believe it because this is Anthony Hamilton's hometown. Like Charlotte is. Like, I've been here for 6 years, but like that just meant a lot to me that happened. But it was actually another close friend of mine. His name is Tim. If Tim is watching, we have and I'm close with his sister as well, Mariah. Basically, he put in a good word for me. He knows I think Anthony Hamilton's people, and basically he showed them my album and just wanted to see if I could open up for him, and they agreed. That's so awesome. When he told me that. I didn't never let him know, but I put him on mute and I screamed for a good 2 minutes. Then I came back. All right, I was like, one moment, and then I was like, okay, but that was amazing. Like I will never.
Because even that's like more like confirmation than affirmation, like what you're doing.
It's
like you're on the right track.
He is Anthony Hamilton's so humble. Like he is so like chill.
That's awesome.
Like I'm just thankful that happened. Seriously.
I mean that's awesome, and let you know that you're talented, man, and that's the guy who recognizes talent. So that's awesome. So when you make music, man, So you the last album you did, you were coming from a tough time in your life, and that kind of inspired you to create. And you just said that on this upcoming EP, it's a whole new type of inspiration. So is it project based on what inspires you to create, or is it song by song, or do you have a typical muse that you kind of go to like start or to spark that interest to create?
I think it just comes from anywhere. Like it could be either like a conversation with my sister, or if I am at work and someone made me upset. I mean, it can be anything. So that's where I think I get my most from, like, life experiences, I would say. And then sometimes when I want to, like, really strengthen my pen, I'll just write something down. I try to write a song from that. So that's kind of how Skyscraper came about. My song, just figuring out how I can make a song about skyscrapers. Yeah. So yeah, it honestly depends. Depends on the mood, I would say. But I am learning this time. I think I'm still trying to give food for thought like I did for my last album, but in a way that it's not so heavy. Because I feel like a lot of people, for my album, I love my album, but I also understand that I didn't really have time to experiment with a lot of things because my heart was heavy. Yeah. So this time it's different because my heart isn't just as heavy as it was. So I'm coming from a new place.
Absolutely. So, that's awesome, man. Well, congrats on everything.
Thank you so much.
There's a lot going on for you, and sending good vibes your way. Is Miracle part of the new project coming up?
It is. I work with one of my favorite producers. His name is DJ Grumble, and he's working with my friend Ari Lennox. He did Backseat for her. He did
Ari Lennox.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard of her.
That's my friend.
We were jamming to her earlier today.
The funny thing is she used to live in Charlotte, so I mean it's you just never know who the people you meet. That's how we met. But he did Backseat for her. He did he did Apartment for her. Yeah, man. So like working with him was like that was another confirmation. Like I'm doing the right thing. He was so chill too. Like I thought it was not gonna be that chill. Man. He was cool. He loved like the songs.
That's always good when somebody who you respect is humble.
Yes.
That's
I'm like scared to meet anybody else. I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like,
the bar's been raised.
I'm like, oh. I guess I'll be scared when I meet the one person I thought was going to be cool and they weren't. But for right now, everything is good vibes.
That's
so
good, well,
I'm happy.
Who in the industry would you say? I mean, you look at now. I mean, if you would put yourself in the vibe of anybody, or who inspires you today, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. People locally that inspire me, that are my friends. Yeba, definitely say her. Samo, my friend, he inspires me. Pharrell inspires me. Missy Elliott. Janelle Monáe, Erykah Badu.
Not bad choices.
So many people, Frank Ocean, like it's so many people out here that inspire me. Even people my friends do that are in Charlotte are artists as well.
That's good.
It's a lot. So many people.
Dexter, it was great meeting you.
It's great
finally
meeting you. Right, finally.
There you go. Absolutely.
Oh,
look, man, the people want to know, where can they find you in the social media realm?
Okay, you can find me. I'm ready.
There we go.
You can find me on Instagram. My tag is DexterOJ. You can find me on Facebook, Dexter Jordan there for my music page. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, all of that will be Dexter Jordan. You can find me on Twitter. It'll be DexterOJ on there. YouTube, Dexter Jordan. Everything Dexter Jordan. Just everything.
Dexter Jordan, guys. As always. Wait, what song are you singing for us today?
I sung my song called Me.
Me.
And it's so funny. It's paying homage to Erykah Badu because she has a song called Me.
Yeah.
And for my song, I just wanted to express just the same thing about how I love myself and how in this world I'm just trying to be myself.
I love it. Well, guys, make sure you stay tuned after this clip for a short snippet from Dexter Jordan's Me, and make sure you stay tuned on Friday at noon on Light and Song for the full video. That's all the time we have for you guys today. I'm Plymouth Jones. This is Dexter Jordan, and until next time, we are out of here.
So many people wanna be a beauty, photoshopping their body for the love of everybody. It's a problem that we face, building up in the human race. It's a thing I can't take.
Even with all I read,
yeah.
trying to be all I need.
Even with all
I see,
I'm just trying to be me.
I'm just trying to be
living my life real